let's sip this thing and see what it tastes like. Welcome back. Got a first impressions here. I got 2 guests here. This guy is a Penelope slut. We've got Penelope Havana. Now, I am not a fan of the Rio. This is finished in maple syrup barrels and rum barrels, right? Yes. 93 proof. So, do you think you're going to like this?
Probably yes.
Probably yes. What about you?
Probably not. I think it's going to be too sweet.
Exactly. It's going to be like syrup. It's going to be terrible, but maybe it won't be. So, it is your bottle. Do the honors. Crack this shit. Right next to the Oh. Even if it was Havana, that did sound spectacular. All right. Look at that. It looks like Miss Butterworth coming out of there. What a bitchy pour. Jeez. All right, thanks.
Hey, new glasses. I have no idea how much.
There you go. There you go. All right. Penelope Havana, first impressions. I don't get... I can't smell a damn thing on that.
Okay, right. There's no...
There is nothing.
Maybe a little bit of sweetness.
Dude, it's...
But that's it.
There's nothing on that nose.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or bad. That's either like the finish was much more subtle than the Rio was, because the Rio was just, hey, here's cinnamon toast crunch syrup form.
But with Rio, you got some salinity, you got some of that salt, and actually some lime, I feel like, on the nose.
Yeah, see, I haven't had it enough.
Oh, okay.
But those are cool notes that I will actually try and grab when I actually review that thing. Because you enjoy the Rio, right?
I do like the Rio, yeah. But I like the Rio at Rio's kind of like a time and a place kind of whiskey, right?
Okay, what's your time and place for it then?
I don't know, I think like after dinner, like I'm looking for dessert, I'm looking for something kind of sweet, right?
Yeah.
Something more liqueur.
And he's a Scotch guy, because he knows how to be right. So
I actually do get a little bit of like maple syrup on that.
I tell you, I'm not getting... Let me see if it's the glass. Can I sniff? Put my nose in your glass. Yeah,
More maple.
I'm not getting a ton. It's wild. Do you get anything on this?
No.
Okay, well, let's sip this thing and see what it tastes like. Okay. Yeah, okay. Jesus.
Syrup.
That's syrupy as... Okay, I will wait. All right. Self-titled Penelope Slut. What do you think?
It's definitely not as good as I thought it was going to be. I feel like the rum and the maple almost clash a little bit.
Clash a little bit?
Yeah.
Because you'd want to kind of pick out you want to be able to get some coconuts, some of those tropical. If you wanted just rum, you think the maple might be overtaking it, or you think the rum is taking the forefront? I think the maple syrup for me is taking the forefront.
It's fun. Yeah, I agree. Well, the thing is, like, I can taste them almost simultaneously, I feel like, which is why I think they clash a little bit.
Yeah.
Because
They don't blend well.
Yeah, you get the tropicalness, but then you also get, like, the hyper sweetness.
Yeah, they're not blending super well. What do you get? What are you getting?
Movie theater floor. It's a good note. It's a good note.
It's a great note. Guys, write that down. Write that down. Movie theater note. Yeah. I just sniffed my mic because I don't know what I'm doing. But... Yeah, for me, it was entirely too sweet. I didn't taste a bourbon in that. And that's one of the problems I had with Rio. Like, even if you like that flavor profile, I didn't feel like it tasted like a bourbon. And I feel like finishes for ryes, bourbons, scotches, whatever, just need to aid in the spirit, not overtake the spirit. So that first sip was super sweet. But I will say, it's better than the Rio for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you're not going to say that.
Yeah, I think the Rio is better. But,
Yeah.
But, I mean, Amberana and what they were doing.
It's
with
divisive.
that,
It's
very
divisive. It's super divisive.
This one isn't as heavily finished.
It doesn't feel like it is. It feels like I can
Yeah.
taste more of the bourbon.
I would say I probably went a little too far. But I would say that it would be nice with some, like, hard cheese.
Okay.
Like, I would want it with something. I
Yes.
wouldn't want to drink it by itself.
Yeah, it needs to be complemented with something because by itself, at least for me, and it feels like for you as well, it's not good enough to stand on its own. And that's the thing. Like, this is a heavily allocated product, and I think we got it for $90 $90 in Maryland, which is kind of hard to do in Maryland, but my store's awesome. In Virginia, is it the same price?
Yeah, probably. Maybe a little bit cheaper.
So they actually have, are you 4% tax? 6. We're 9 in Maryland because yay. So it ended up being like $95 overall. Not crazy, but it's hard to find. And does that mean that because it's hard to find, it's better? No, not really.
I've seen places where it's like $150. This certainly would be a letdown for anything over.
And in fact, there's a story that you had where he, so sometimes Virginia posts when they're going to drop things. So he had to stand in line behind 3 dudes. And they only got a case of it. If you know what a case of bourbon is or whiskey, it's 6. And they turned around and said, "Hey, what are you here for?" He's like, "Oh, Havana." He's like, well, then they turned around and said, "You're not going to get any because we're going to buy them all." That is the problem. And if you're that person, I hope you step on a Lego every single day barefoot. All right. That is not what we want in the whiskey community or the market. It makes it worse. You suck. Specifically you who said that. You're lame. But there we go. There's the first impressions of Penelope Havana. Seemed to be kind of a letdown. But I will say, people say that the neck pour doesn't exist. It does. You guys are wrong who say that. So maybe in like a week when you pour this out next, it'll open up a little bit. Who knows? But like his first impressions, give a like. Not subscribed yet, make sure you do. These two are. They're awesome. But see you guys next time.